Hi, so I'm gonna just show you how to make a simple UI toggle switch like this that changes colors. I'm gonna be using a Visual Studio Code just because I like its auto completion features. Let's make an index file and then CSS, style sheet. Yeah, so if you don't use Visual Studio, what's really awesome about it is this is what my friend first showed me when they were showing me Visual Studio. Oh shit, I'm in the style sheet, not index, that's fine. If you just type exclamation mark, then tab, it'll autocomplete the template, I guess, of HTML documents, because I never ever remember the whole thing, despite how hard I try. Let's name this toggle switch, and then link the style sheet. Style sheet. Okay, so in our body, I'm going to first use a span container. Typing issues. So you use an input type checkbox because technically you would think of a toggle switch as like a checkbox. It's checked on and off. Like that's off, on, off. But we manipulate the checkbox using CSS so it doesn't, look like a checkbox. Looks like a toggle switch. The label class is just to increase the hit area of the element. So yeah, that's actually all we need for the HTML. It's pretty simple. And then going to the style sheet. This is just so it's going to be centered on the screen. Using 100 view width and 100 view height is going to make it dynamic to different screen sizes. If this is just the background though, but if you had another element and you used 50 view width, 50 view height, it'd be 50 of whatever device, 50% of the whatever device you're looking at, and 50% of its height. I kind of didn't explain that well. Background color. I'm using the material design color palette because I have always really liked it. E-C-E-F-F-I. Did I still do that wrong? Yeah, it's a 1, not an I. This part specifically is what centers the items. Alright, so this is going to determine the size of the item. So size of entire toggle switch. Since we don't want it to look like a check mark, we use this. Here, let's put this in our server. So if this class wasn't here, we would see our checkbox right there like that. But since we don't want to see that, we get rid of it. Okay, so this is the off state of like the toggle switch, not the part that slides, but the button itself, I guess. Maybe this will help if you can like reference the class names I'm using, because that helped for me for sure the first time I was learning this. Position. The cursor pointer is obviously, so like when you hover over it turns to a pointer. So now we have this. Now we want to manipulate the sliding part of the toggle switch in its initial off state, because I'm having it load in an off state, but you could have it load in an on state. This content thing, you leave empty because it's just a button for us, but you could like theoretically put an icon. I'm going to just use a vertical bar for now to just demonstrate. It's only over here right now because we haven't really set enough parameters to visually see more here. But yeah, if that was just, you know, imagine that bigger, like in an off-on state. But I'm going to leave that empty. Okay. And since it's going to be initially in an off state, I want to make this a dark gray. This WebKit transition, or these transition properties are just to define sort of an animation. How long it takes, how long it'll take for the slider to move. You can just toy around with like the timing, since 1 second just worked for me because of the dimensions I set. I thought it looked smooth. So this will make it a circle. We'll have this now. But you know, notice if we click on it, nothing happens because we haven't defined that in the style sheet yet. Okay, so this is going to be the on state color of the toggle switch button. So like how initially it's this dark gray, we're gonna make it green to show like a on state checked something. We use input checked because it's a checkbox, so if input's checked, and then we add the slider class because that's the part we are manipulating. RGB is pretty self-explanatory, red, green, blue values, and A being opacity from 0 to 1. You can make it a decimal. is just going to define how far the moving sliding shape should move across the toggle switch container, the slider. Yeah. Also play around with the dimensions used here. I just used 217 because it worked for the size of the entire switch I'm making, but if you're making it smaller, because this example is pretty large, just for viewing reasons. So we're using project again because this happens when the checkbox is checked. And we use translate x because it's obviously moving only along the x-axis, staying put on the y-axis. So this is what we have so far. Now when we click it, it translates 217 pixels to the right on the x-axis, and it changes to that green color. Right now we gotta define it so it has this smooth transition turning back as well, and change the color of the sliding object. So this will change the color of the sliding object when input is checked. So on state after checked. Oops. Input checked. I'm not going to use a totally white color. I think this just slightly darker white looks better. Oh, I still spelled unchecked or input wrong. So let's show you what that does. Oh, this isn't on state because I left it there, but it would initially load in the soft state when you click it. On state turns white. And now so this is, I'm not sure why this is, but when I was making this in an online code editor, it wasn't changing in color when I put it back in off state. So I had to add another parameter to do that, but it's seeming to do that now. But we need to figure out why the green to black is not transitioning as smoothly as the black to green. Oh, I know why actually. This is not the correct thing. I forgot to add here a time for the transition. Okay, see, now it's working. I'm gonna go ahead and define the class that I defined in online code editor to make sure like it's not just Visual Studio like connecting those dots. So for that we would just do off state after unchecked object color. So we use checked plus slider after. Because it's after as opposed to before. And let's just set that to this code blue. So it's just gonna make sure it turns that color in off state. But that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. I will upload links to both these files so you can view them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Off.